There's just no queen like a vegan queen. I am love.
I am there, alright. How are you?
Right. Hello, everybody. My name's Gemini Andro, and this is my daughter,
Creeping Miasma.
and together we are the Vegan
Queens.
And we used to be sat side by side saying that in unison, and it was much better. But what with all this schmarona schmirers? We're only seeing each other on this Skype once a fortnight for a quick catch-up.
Quick catch-up. You what, Copper?
I'm liking this pale lipstick.
Would you like it? It's a white with a little bit of lavender.
Yeah, it reminds me of Ava Peron when she were dead. So how have you been, lovely, over the last fortnight? What's been going on with you?
This woman only lives to bolster my confidence. I hope everyone knows that. I'm all right, me. Tell you what, though. I've not been doing a right lot, but that Paul and Stuart have been at it like blue-ass flies, haven't they? Have you seen them all over the internet?
I have. I've seen all kinds of things going on. I'll tell you what I've seen from Paul, because I'm nearest to him, he's wrote a bleeding book.
So I believe. I've downloaded it, so I have. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to do it with my Coco.
Well, he talks about it in this video here. And kind of launches it officially, you know. And then there's a link in the description of that video that takes you to the website, but it's thoseveganguys.com. First page you come to, download it, make a donation if you can. If you can't, download it, learn some stuff. Oh, there's all sorts in there I've got my eye on. I've got my eye on barbecue jackfruit. I've got my eye on lentil gardener's pie. I've got cauliflower and broccoli soup, bless you.
Thank you.
And Stuart...
Yeah. He's been like, I don't know what. Well, he's been working with these students of his, hasn't he? He's graduating third years, and they've done a beautiful, lovely digital festival online. What's all available on YouTube? So he's been doing that all week.
Oh, well, we'll best link that up there then.
Best dad, haven't we? Support them for.
You know, I can imagine it's been really difficult for, and in particular for performance students, because, you know, as we know our good selves from our many years treading the boards in Russia, it's, you live for the audience, you live for the applause, you live for the interaction. You want folk to see you doing what you do, and you want that, you know, you want that immediate human feedback, don't you? So it must have been so difficult for them all to have been through, how long, Stuart? 3 years?
3 years, Stuart tells me.
And their final bit of work, which would have normally been in front of a live audience.
That's right, yes.
To be on video. But I bet they've done some right imaginative stuff, haven't they?
Oh, they've done some beautiful things, love. And I don't say that as just a friend of Stuart and therefore them, but there's some beautiful work on there.
Oh, look forward to it.
You know, it's a credit to them. But you are right, you know. Got me to thinking, love, about all these, you know, little, we've talked about it before, little rituals, you know, that mark the ends of things, or, you know, it's really important to take the time to do that, isn't it, you know, and...
Absolutely. And, you know, when it comes to ritual, I think it's one of those things we've lost as the human race.
I agree.
You know, like we used to bury, I know it sounds random, but we used to bury some of the goods and foods that we'd made with the produce that the crops had given us as a thank you to the earth. You'd see folk, you know, I mean, if they did it these days, it'd be a sandwich from Spar and a bottle of White Lightning. But back then, it was an homemade apple pie, you know, an homemade wine and stuff in lovely clay things. And they'd bury it in the ground to say thank you. Ritual, we've lost all that.
Lost it all, you see. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for it, you know, for that, you know, psychological thing as well, which is just as important as our physical health, isn't it? You know, we've got to process these things and embody them and then let them go, you know.
Yeah, speaking of that, miasma, how are you coping? I mean, let's just briefly summarise. So, it felt like we were about to come out of lockdown. We're talking UK here now. And then we see that Germany's having to shut parts down again because they released lockdown and the cases started rising. America is riddled at the moment, like absolutely riddled, because, you know, a lot of people there haven't been doing the lockdown. We've only just been told to wear masks. It's feeling like this is never going to end, isn't it?
It's got on my nerves, Mother, and I'll tell you for why. I mean, you'll have seen this opinion before, but I have to echo it. Like, why have we waited till the 24th for the masks, is it? Is the virus on holiday for 2 weeks? Do you know what I mean? And I did see a very funny thing, actually. Well, I would like to get into that, actually, you know, this whole mask thing as well, because I think it's been ridiculous, with people belly aching and crying about it all over the shop. It's pathetic. You know, just somebody put on the other day, someone was like, well, if the government wants us to all wear masks, if they're going to be mandatory, they should provide them for free. And this woman had posted, yeah, we've been trying that with tampons for years, love, get in line. You know what I mean? It's true though, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But it's just awful because...
Isn't there some thing now whereby for school-age girls, sanitary towels are free?
Yes, but I'm not sure if it's nationwide or if it's just, like, I'd have to check on that. But I think it absolutely should be, you know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why should you have to fork out for you know, sanitary products?
Exactly. Well, somebody once said, didn't they, if men had periods, tampons would be free. And I think it's right as that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true. I'm showing all my boobs, me. You know I'm rude, I am. Rude.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's I mean, I'm gonna be honest, miasma. I'm not gonna gloss over the paperwork with a pound of nail varnish.
No.
I found it tough. You know, I found it tough because it feels like life's on hold. Well, you know, I used to do that show with the 25 ping pong balls.
Yes, of course.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you know, if I managed to get one in your pint glass, you won a free drink at the bar. Lovely.
Yeah, good times.
Well, obviously I can't do that no more.
No.
You know, number one, those kind of bars aren't open yet, and number two, even if they were, I think people might be a bit more cautious these days. You know.
Yeah, well, you want to be careful, love, because, you know, being out of practice, you'll have lost elasticity.
Oh, no, I've still been doing it while I'm watching it.
Practicing?
Yeah. Feet up on coffee table.
Lovely.
Box of 10 at my side.
Yeah. Bit of small feet to hand, yeah.
And I've developed this new trick whereby if I aim just right on the corner of the TV, I can shoot it out and it comes right back.
Oh, amazing.
It is good.
If you haven't seen it, folks, at home, it looks a bit like this. Tell you what, these have been doing double duty on Ladies of Lockdown, haven't they? Flipping heck.
That's the joke. Oh, I can't wait until we're back together and we can actually sing our lockdown song.
I know.
Oh, no, not our lockdown song. From the Fortnite.
Oh, see me just agreeing then, love. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the lockdown song we never wrote.
I'm from the yes and school of improv. If she says something, I just agree and see where we end up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Well, I mean, you know, obviously we had Line Pride and that were lovely, didn't we? And, you know, we are still in talks about what, you know, that next event might look like. So do keep dropping us your comments, won't you, Folk Up World?
Yeah, because Jason's also put a call out on his last song, and I'm going to have to link it because it's beautiful on those Vegan Guys channel. Jason's latest song. It's he said kind of in the description there, he's thinking about doing his own little gig.
Oh, lovely.
You know, probably in the kitchen, but just like a little live set kind of thing.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it'd be lovely to get another joint thing where we do our, you know, we do a number, Jason does a number, we do it, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to do that at some point in the future. When the weather gets up a bit, you know, we could think about doing that.
Happening in August, love, you know, sort of mark the end of summer or something. We'll see how it goes. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be nice, actually. Yeah. And we've already been given some ideas, you know. Last time I mentioned it on the video, people were saying, oh, I'd love to hear you sing this or that or t'other, you know. So, yeah.
I'm happy to do that. Lovely. Tell us what you want and we'll give it you within reason. Don't be rude. But, yeah. Oh, speaking of love, of live sort of events and stuff, have you seen the news? And apologies, everyone, this is Manchester based at the moment, just because it's what's in our local papers. Do you see about the Deaf Institute and Gorilla in Manchester?
Yes.
Really upsetting. Really upsetting.
Do you know what scares me, Miasma?
Go on, love.
I think this is just the start of it.
I agree.
I think it's essential for us to be in lockdown. It's essential for us to have social distancing in venues, and some venues are just not going to survive this. There's going to be quite a lot of places going into administration or just closing down, and it's a hell of a shame. But queens such as ourselves, I mean, all right, we're doing this, but where's our bread and butter gone? It's gone.
Well, exactly. This is the thing, isn't it? And
well, we have a Patreon and we have a PayPal donation link down there in the description, should you fancy, you know.
Help me get some tights. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, we all need some tights, don't we?
No, do you know what it is though, love? I think because it's like some of the theatres as well that have closed, you see. A lot of arts venues as well. They rely on the bar and the restaurant to sort of subsidise everything else they do. You know, so without that, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Although I have read as well, and I will say this, let it never be said that I'm not critical across the board. Having a look at some of the figures of, you know, the sort of big arts organisations and stuff that have asked for subsidy, they released some figures about the sort of head honcho of the Royal Opera House. £800,000 a year salary. No. And yet they're laying off people making minimum wage. I think not.
This is the problem with capitalism, and it's clinging on. It's clinging on with its little tiny grubby filthy nails, but. And it will cling on, it will survive and it will thrive, and when the world gets back to normal, it will still be capitalism running everything, and there will still be the CEOs being paid extortionate amounts of money, and the football players and the pop stars and the blah 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 and the blah blah blah, and you know, we support them. We support them. We, the general people of the world, we buy into it, and if we buy into it, we say we're happy for you to have that money. I mean, look how much some professional football players get paid. Millions.
I know. Even if they play, tell you something, world, we don't sing, we don't eat.
It's true though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We've not earned. Well, we earned a little bit of money on Line Pride, which is yet to be finalised at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Through the whole Google thing, they take 30% of all super chats, but it looked like they took more out of Line Pride.
Yes. Now that were a point, because you mentioned that to the week, didn't you?
Yeah, because it said at the end of the live stream on those Vegan Guys channel, it said £351. In super chats. Then in the back engine after, it said 188.
seems a bit excessive, doesn't it?
Very much so. Well, I said to Jason, the only thing I can think is that the initial figure was wrong in that if somebody donates X amount of pounds in dollars, does it count them as pounds?
Maybe.
And then give you a total at the end. But actually, when it comes to, what's it called?
Like the exchange rate and that.
Cheese your man. When it comes to that, you know, anyway, I know Paul sent an email to Google to try and get to the bottom of it.
Oh, good for him.
So yeah, there's that.
It's delightful, isn't it, audience at home? Well, there's that, so we'll put up with that, and then we've got to put up with this.
Well, it kind of, you know, it links in with what you were saying a minute ago, Miasma, about people being paid extortionate amounts of money, and then there's people like us doing things like this and Live Pride who are not even getting the full amount that we thought we'd got. Do you know, it's an unfair and unjust world.
It is. It really is.
And it's not surprising that people get frustrated and upset and depressed, and you know.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You know, it's a time of great emotional upheaval for us all. You know, I'm vacillated, like you were saying earlier. Where you've been up and down with it. I've been up and down like a fat man on a trampoline. Do you know what I mean? I've been like, one day I'm like, yeah, I'm all that, and then some days I just need a bit of introspection, and I've just got to go, okay, I just need to chill today because I can't.
Well, here's the problem, and I should imagine a lot of people are feeling like this at the moment. So you get stressed out, you get worried, or panicky, or however, you know, whatever negative emotion you ascribe to the way you're feeling about all of this. Then you tell yourself, you've got to try and make yourself feel better. But then it's like, well, with what? Because all the aforementioned, I can't change that.
Yeah.
You know, and so I understand that a lot of people will really struggle with that. But you've just got to focus on what you love in your life, what you've got in your life available to you. I've got my lovely daughter. I've got my friends, Paul and Jason. You know, I can chat with them whenever I fancy. It's important to cling on to those little things, because there are some folk out there who've got nothing and nobody.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
And we want to reach out to you and say, we're here for you and we love you. And we're here every fortnight gassing, we are, about the world and Shmarona Shmiras. And if we can bring you a little bit of light-hearted fun amongst all the malarkey, why wouldn't we?
Well, exactly. That were me giving you all a virtual hug, by the way.
Do you remember this, Dre? Well, you weren't with me, but what happened were, so we're in Oldham Town Centre.
Oh, very nice. Oh, the panel one. Yeah.
So we're in Oldham Town Centre. I walks past Cancer Research UK charity shop, sees this on a dummy in window. I was like, oh, holographic, 80s, monochrome. I'm there. I goes in, I says, hey, this dress in window. She said, oh, I've just put that on. I said, well, just take it off. I'm having it. £3 it were.
It's bargain. It's lovely. I hate when shops do that to you. You know, just put on dummy.
Short though, my asthma.
Go on, love. Oh,
It's short. Look at me needing tights.
Look at this.
It's not on it.
To be fair, love, they're in better nick than mine. We've just seen that. If you missed it, rewind a bit.
There's a thumbnail. No, I'm tucked. I'm tucked, me, love.
Oh, yeah?
I bloody am. I have to. Else I don't feel right.
I've not bothered me. I've just put on a fresh pair of knickers and thought, throw caution to the wind.
Have you got your love hearts on because you're a girl?
I haven't today. Do you know where I've got on? I've got sort of like a flowery sort of fleur-de-lis thing, whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're nice, though. They're nice. They're interesting.
They're nice, though, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just looking down now. But yeah, where else?
I'm still in shock.
Where else has happened this fortnight? People get on here and I start gassing about legs, and then I'm like,
well, I think the main news, to be honest with you, of the last fortnight has been the incredible rise in cases in almost every state in America, and how Trump has only worn a mask once throughout this whole thing, and how he's still... I think we're in a very precarious position in the world at the moment, because I mean, I'm not saying like this is new even to the world, but we have these white, middle-aged, wealthy men who are connected to lots of other white, middle-aged, wealthy men, and they do abhorrent things in their positions of power. And it's just like we're getting so used to it. We go from one thing to the next thing to the... Oh, he's said something else horrific. Oh, he's promoted racism. In this country, oh, we're selling arms to Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
Knowing that they're going to bomb Yemen again.
yeah,
And kill women and children. And we're selling them the weapons to do it.
And you know, weaponizing, I guess, language and relationships as well in a way, because, you know, you'll have probably seen this week Boris Johnson congratulating the premier of, not premier, that's Russia, isn't it, of Poland, you know, which is now actively homophobic.
Yeah.
In the sense of, you know, horrific things going on in Poland at the moment to our LGBTQIA siblings over there. It's horrific. And Boris Johnson had the audacity to congratulate the leader.
This is a new leader, Miasma. Is he white?
Would you believe?
Is he middle-aged?
Would you believe? Yeah.
Is he wealthy?
Would you get the idea?
And the trouble is that they all placate and enable each other.
Yeah.
And so, and even their underlings are frightened to speak out. I mean, there's all this crap going on over in Israel as well. You know, and that's been good. And this, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. It does my head in. Do not tell me that criticism of Israel's settlements and general policy regarding the Palestinians is anti-Semitism. Yeah. Because it's not. I can criticise the politics of any country I like. And when it's a country as abhorrent as Israel, with what they've done with land grabs and settlements and continuing, and what was the proposed Palestinian state goes, and, you know, people are even sick of Netanyahu over there. A white, Jewish, middle-aged, wealthy man who's been charged with corruption but is still in a seat of power. So us, Margaret, sitting in her house waiting to do her shopping at Tesco's, cooking for her husband Bert, watches Emmerdale every night, she sees all this. How are you supposed to feel? You are power. There's nothing you can do. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
And this is on top of bloody Schmarona Schmirus, or as well as.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a perfect storm of shit show, isn't it?
And that's why I was saying before, it's really important to hold on to those little things that are actually important. Your family and your friends, your phone calls, your video chats, your enjoyable meals, you know, your movies on Netflix and Amazon. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. You know, you've got to claw back a little. You've got to claw back a little bit of pleasure somewhere, haven't you, love? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you've not got to feel guilty about it, because I know there's people worry that they're spending too much time in leisure activities, watching things. You know, no. You might as well, because it's not all else you can do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, it's like a part of, not to get too political and all that, but actually, no, let's get uber political. That's a capitalist mindset, though, that tells you, even without you thinking the thought, that if you're doing leisure, you're not being productive. You are not obligated to be productive.
And yeah, but I also think it comes from the depth of our humanity, because we see all the wrongs in the world. Sometimes it feels like you always have to be battling them.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you now. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think it's important for you to don't let yourself burn out. Battle by all means. Stand up and be counted. Write a letter. Send an email. Do whatever you need to do. And then watch a film and have a glass of something you enjoy.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad about it. Did you know, Miasma, speaking of being careful of your thoughts, get this, true this, if you eat something, right, which is quite calorific, and you worry about it while you're eating it, your body absorbs more of the calories and turns them into fat. A chemical reaction from you worrying.
I never knew that. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, not good amazing, but like, that is amazing.
Look it up.
I will.
It's all on the interweb.
I will. It's true that it's on websites, but you're right. No, it's true. Which is actually, yeah, that's a good point, that, because there's a lot of people, I think, trying to capitalise on lockdown, isn't there, at the moment, to sell their faddy diet things on the internet and what have you. I say this to you, desist.
Cease and bleeding desist.
You know, I mean, if you do want to, you know, change your eating plan, that's fine. Don't be lured in by these silly teas and these faddy things you've got to spend a lot of money on and send away from. Don't do that. Don't do any of that, because they're all a con and they don't help you. You know, you can make healthy choices. Don't feed into somebody else's back pocket to do it. That's all I'll say.
I hear you.
And if you had to do it for you, Margaret. Don't do it for no bugger else. If you're happy and you're healthy, be happy and healthy. You want to change, you do it for you. That's all I've got to say.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
Thanks, love. I actually nearly lost my balance there, but I styled it out. Did you see?
I did. It's very clever and very beautiful. What else can we talk about, Miasma? We've not come prepared today with subjects.
Come prepared. We were like, I'll talk about this, and then I get a bit of lippy on, and suddenly I'm like, I tell you what, not frivolous at all, but yesterday, apparently, I didn't actually know this, was International Drag Day. Apparently.
And we never posted anything anywhere.
I only found out this morning. I was looking at the hashtags from yesterday, and I was like, we were told, as drag queens, we should have had an email.
We should have. Who's in charge of emails to drag queens?
Presumably RuPaul. Well, that's the point. Where is she? She's disappeared from Twitter and Instagram.
What do you mean?
She's deleted her Twitter and her Instagram's now blank. No word of her.
Oh, now I saw something recently in one of RuPaul drag groups. And it was either a tweet or an Insta post. I think it was an Insta post. and I can't remember who it were, what drag queen it were, but it was some drag queen using emojis to basically say, I'm about to blow RuPaul up. It was like, at RuPaul, explosion. And it was in one of...
This is it. Maybe someone knows something.
It were in one of... I didn't pay much heed to it, but it was some drag queen that was about to out some big, you know, thing about RuPaul. That was about a week ago. I didn't pay much heed to it. Because that group, I'm sorry, it's just full of teenagers who are good at makeup and call themselves drag queens. They do my head in.
There's
Be a makeup artist by all means. It's a wonderful thing to be. But don't just beat your face and then say, look at me, I'm a drag queen.
And stop do you know they're the worst as well? Stop policing drag. How many times do we have to say it? Do you know what I mean? Stop going, you know, because they're the sort of people who, you know, like, that's not drag. Oh, she weren't wearing heels, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it is not up to you.
I'll tell you what's not drag.
Go on.
Drag queens who don't perform in any way, shape or form. That's not drag. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, it does my head in miasma.
Yeah, I know.
It gets right on my nerves. Ooh.
I know. Well, do you know what? Because I wondered about the whole RuPaul thing. Sorry to carry on, but I think,
No, it's all right,
because the whole thing about Sharon Needles came out, didn't it? And she's been dropped from the Heels of Hell tour now because of shady business. Apparently, she not the full details. Apparently, she gave drugs to a fan and was very abusive, both physically, emotionally, and it's hinted at possibly sexually, allegedly, I will say. So yeah, she's been removed from the Heels of Hell tour, and there's an investigation going on, I believe.
What's the Heels of Hell tour?
So, you know, like they do the big tours where they bring like the drag race queens over, and sometimes they'll do like a carnival theme and they're all there, or they'll do like... Yes, I think it's like their Halloween show.
What's that company called that does it?
It's Club Kids, or there's a couple in there, but you know what I mean. So yeah, she's been replaced with Shea Coulee.
Oh wow,
marvelous, doing marvelous.
Shea Coulee's brilliant.
Yeah, and we never talked about it, Mother, as well. On Drag Race All Star. Sorry if you haven't seen it. The Snatch Game, Jujubee as Eartha Kitt.
She's brilliant.
I wet myself. One of the only times I've legitimately laughed out loud at Drag Race, and that's not meant to be snidey, but oftentimes I'll just go,
yeah.
But when she was like, I would sensually walk to the thermostat. She's brilliant.
She is brilliant, Juju. Bless her cotton socks. Oh, I can hear myself repeating from your end.
Oh no.
I know.
I won't wish that on anyone.
Awful it is, really.
Yeah.
Thumbnail. There we go.
Had a detox jaw then, didn't I?
Should be a few in there, my love. We said we were going to try and keep them short, didn't we? We're on 30.
We did.
So, should we call it a day, my love?
We can do, yeah, because otherwise we'll just be wasting your time, won't we? Trying to think of things to talk about when we've spilled a lot of tea today, it has to be said.
We've spilled a lot of tea, we've shared a lot of links, we've talked about a lot of stuff. We hope we brought you a little bit of light relief. You know. I've had my head.
Mm-hmm. I'm still in need of you. You are?
Yeah. You know what this is, don't you?
What's that?
It's that bleached London. Why were you doing that, then?
Just to show everyone that if they were ever feeling down, look at the state of my bottom half, you know, and feel a bit better.
Look at me hairy legs. They look like guinea pigs. Look at me hairy legs. Look at me hairy legs. Oh. Trouble is going up places like that. Down.
I know you've got to get down like thing. It's like trying to get out of a taxi bum first, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Just, you know, a bit of daft ending. Right, love. Right. We've gone daft.
We've gone silly now. It's a visual medium. I'm very sorry, everybody. Very sorry about it.
Right, I'm going to go and wash my hair. Do you know what? I might just leave it and spray a bit of dry shampoo in it so it smells better.
Yeah.
I've got Bill coming round tonight.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. He's bringing me a box of lemon parfait.
Oh, lovely. Are you back on them then?
Yeah, he's found a vegan one from Sweden. Oh, he's just been over there for a business trip.
I'm gonna grill some vegan halloumi with that Stuart. Got some from the Tesco, the new coconut based one. So I'm gonna do that and then get a bit commissions. Try and make some inroads, you know.
Oh, what you like. Right, love. Well, no doubt I'll speak to you before a fortnight, but all of you lovely folk out there, we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
We love you. We kiss you.
We shall be back with another episode of Ladies of Lockdown, showing you our lovely... Do you know, it's a shame, isn't it? We do us makeup for just a short time.
I know.
Do you know, it's sensible today, though. I've took some pictures.
Yeah. Do you know it's important for what watch at home, you know, because when you've got these social media platforms, well, you got to keep content coming or people just like beggar off, don't they? Do you know what I mean? They think that they squeeze you. They squeeze you for content. It's true that. Look at her. Look at her. Look how sad she is. Look how sad she is there.
Oh, I was going for mad, really.
Mad.
Honestly, we're such a pair. Right, Miasma.
I love you,
darling. Take care of yourself.
Oh, I felt that.
Take care of yourself, and I shall speak to you right soon.
You too, mother. I love you.
Love you. Oh, I need to go to stop recording. Bye, love.
Bye.
Love.